Yo, what's up, man?
Great game. Come on in. Now, we need to put our heads down and grind if we don't want to have another game like that last one. Now get after it. Let's go! We have got to do a better job at getting the ball out in transition. We're leaving easy points on the table. Today, we're going to work on being more efficient at running our breaks.
What's the roll? Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. What's the plan? Step out of that. You got it. And the foul. I got you. Get it up. Shot. Rebound. Thank you. All day. Oh, you got it. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Screen.
Good work, team. Let's get one more drill in.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Way to finish strong. Let's set up this next drill.
Focus, focus.
Now we're rolling.
Outstanding effort. Now let's set up the next drill.
Started, man. Let's get started. Hey, yo, come on, box him out. Shot.
One more. Man, I can't even watch this. Just like that. Keep it going.
Now that we're done, get out there and put up some shots. see you doing work.
There's a level of confidence that comes with being yourself that you can't really replicate.
I am who I am, and what is anybody gonna do about it?
To be the first just means I'm different.
Be true to who you are.
Do you?
I am the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the New York Knicks in New York. For the Knicks, a win tonight would make it 3 victories in their first 4 games of the season. That would be a nice little run to start the year. Kenny, chance to watch Che, a guy known for not playing in a game once, sat out in protest at Bay City University.
Well, you know what? Che, that was a tough decision. I mean, here's this guy standing up for his teammates. At the end of the day, though, the rest of the team is what matters. These things will take you to another level as a teammate, and people will follow you. Way to go, Che.
Yeah, Che felt this was right at the time. Some things are bigger than the game, fellas. This may not have been one of them, but shout out to Che for standing by his convictions.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Breathtaking view of the New York City skyline as taken from the Empire State Building. We're coming to you live from Manhattan. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. And it's Barrett at the 3 slot. Smitty, as a player, when it comes to preparing for a long season, talk about the advantages of the new strength and conditioning programs we read so much about.
You know, for me, Kevin, when I first started out, it was all about just getting stronger, lifting weights. I think right now for these guys, they're doing a great job of adding that and also recovery. What do you do for recovery, being able to play the next game? I would love to see the technology that they have. Wish I could use it, Kevin, because all I did was run and get me a fish fillet, and I was ready to go.
For the Knicks, Portis comes in for Robinson, and it's P. In for Trier. Bulls trail by 8. Markkanen finds White. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Porter bounce pass. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Inside, and they get it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
In his last year of college, Porter got to the line 5 times a game. But in his NBA career, he's gotten there less than 1.5 times a game.
At free throw missing. And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at his best.
And the Knicks making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who are in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Carpenter. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Chicago, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Drafted 13th overall because of his great length and athleticism, Zach LaVine has really rounded out his skill set.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Julius Randle, and it's Peyton in for Dennis Smith. Pass to Knox. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
Donnie's checked in for Zach LaVine. Both shots good from the stripe.
And last year, the Bulls having issues moving the ball was actually a strength for them in the seasons prior.
Totally agree. You look at all the relevant team assist stats. The Bulls were bottom 5 in all of them. This team, they fall into too much isolation for stretches.
And the Bulls with another miss.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Knox. Good defensive work there by Young.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Valentine's shot, good. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Pass to Carpenter. And he converts the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 7-point differential. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Here's Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Peyton passes to Morris. Back to Peyton. And the layup's good off the glass. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Dunn looking over the floor. Outside, Markkanen. This one for 3. No good on that one. So New York will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he gets the bucket.
With Dunn, this is his focus. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved.
Dunn against Peyton. Passes it to Portis. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Julius Randle getting it done for New York. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
We've got P. Marcus Morris is out there with Knox, and it's Taj Gibson, and it's Peyton in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And the basket by Knox.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Dunn kicks to center Anston. Young outside. He feeds it to Dunn. Lock at 6. Count it.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Peyton. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Gibson looking it over. The shot that time, not on target. Good defensive work there by Young. Dunn attacking. He can't hit that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Shot from free throw range. Second shot opportunity. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
The Bulls have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. On the wing, Morris, guarded by Porter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Otto Porter. He had a strong showing last season. Put up about 14 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Markkanen dishes to Porter. It's rebounded by New York. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Knox. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Dunn. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Dunn's got 4 points this quarter.
Strength, focus, hard head approach. Chris Dunn powering through contact.
Peyton with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. Carpenter. Off target with his 3. And Chicago shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. They get it back. Dunn outside. And here is Valentine. Just 5 to shoot. Markkanen into the lane. They now take the lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Peyton against Dunn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Peyton's got his second basket. Now here's Dunn from deep. Oh, he got it to go! Wow.
I can't believe it.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot. Had any.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close. New York going with almost an entire new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Morris comes in for Barrett. Maurice checked in for Alonzo Trier. And it's P in for Dennis Smith. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Young's checked in for Wendell Carter. Valentine comes in for Porter. Sadaransky's checked in for Zach Levine, and it's Dunn in for White. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
So for Chicago right now, inside, it's Young and Markkanen. Thomas Sadaransky is out there with Dunn, and it's Valentine, and at the 3, the small forward. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened, there's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Gibson passes to Murray. Here's Carpenter. And the 3 off target. Chicago trailing here. Swiped it away. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
So, Smitty, if we take James Harden out of the equation, who has the best step-back jumper in the NBA right now?
You know, there's a few guys. Damian Lillard has an unbelievable step back. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal creates a lot of space on his step back jumper. One criticism of Jim Boylan before getting extended was his offense, called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
Kevin Knox is checked in for the Knicks. Gibson passes to Carpenter. Shoots over Sadaransky. No good from Carpenter.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
And Steve, for Boylan, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylan focus on player development and defense.
Yep, that one goes.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Sadaransky looking around. The pass to Levine. And it's Markkanen, top of the key. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Portis.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First one falls for Alonzo Trier's check. And White kicks to Young. For three, Levine. No good from three-point territory. So a close game sees New York take this one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen, how.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
That was great. See, I love having a pro on to give us the inside scoop on it.
Scoop it and ship it, Hank.
What you say?
Hey, Che, we still on for that one-on-one later?
What's up, Vin? Yeah, I'm down. What's up, Pat?
Good to see you.